Good afternoon. As if you wouldn't know that I'm looking down to the screen instead of looking up into my camera. So I'm going to maybe move my camera somewhere like that, so I can look at me right in the eyes and say, Ronnie, if you can't tell them the truth, then you can't speak to yourself the truth because you look within your own eyes. So can you see that I'm sort of looking on the left? Now this is what I'm going in my mind right now. Saying to myself this, and I'm going to be reading off the backboard, so I'm going to move over the screen, and then when I move over the screen, obviously my camera is going to displace from where my eyes are, so now watch where my eyes are now, so I'm moving the camera over. I'm going to read you what I just wrote. There was a word. It said C-O, and then there was a mug and David. You see, in words, it doesn't sound the same. C-O, a mug and David, and then I-S-T. It seemed like co-ed Zionist. So from the mug and David, from the 6-point star, you get in that area created in their version a D and a Z in the sound from the English language. I'm saying that because that's the language I'm known. If I say I talked anything else, then you say, how perfect. When did you know it? Was that your first language? Is that your second language? Put this camera up here and I'm going to read. Before you read, first of all, half my audience thinks, not this audience, but the audience I have in my mind, sometimes I say, okay, this guy's brand new, he just saw me, he hears me read for 15 minutes, and yeah, something's wrong, boom, bipolar. My son says, don't tell him you're bipolar, because listen, bipolar is a state. Did you know that? Bipolar, okay, is something that happened in the ocean when oil spills. Bipolar is a company that doesn't clean up properly, giving us bipolars a bad name. But at least they know bipolar is on two sides. High and low, I definitely know in between. What better judge than you want than the one who knows in between? We judge in between, but when the judgment is finished, we only budge for the up or the down. We don't budge for the crown because the crown is the judge. You can't budge for the crown. The crown can only judge. In order for a king to have a kingdom, he cannot take a side. He must base two sides on the judgment of good and evil. Which side are you on? You can't be in between, because if you're in between too many times, obviously you can't be too good, but you can be too evil, because you are going to, obviously the good are going to upset the evil, and the evil is going to upset the good. If I put white over black, it's going to get upset. If I put black over white, it's going to get upset. If I put red over red, what are you going to do? Oh, don't be so good to me. Oh, you're way too good. Oh, honey, you're the best. You're the best. You're too good. Yes, for the moment. The moment that happens. What happened to you? You changed so much. I did. I lost track. There were too many good times. You know, if I don't balance it out, then what's life? Isn't that what they said when they came into the Holy Bible? No. So this is what happens. You see, it's fair, and it's definitely fair, because for you and me, it's great. I mean, 5 days of work, 2 days off. I'm home every night. I get to see my honey at breakfast. I get to see her at night, but in between, that's right. In between, co-ed, the word in coexisting Zionists, means we work for the kings. Because a well-orchestrated company, and most of them are all major companies, so all you have to do is be on the golf course and get a phone call, this better be important, I'm on the 9th hole. Or how about a little excitement? Maybe we can come up with something new. But otherwise than that, everybody's watching the helm. And they got us working 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 365, the number THREE equals to 65, 56. It also the BC world, because 5 and 6 together is 11, right? 1 and 2, 1 and 1, or 2 and 1. 3, 5 and 6, and 6 and 6. 5. There's 5 combinations in here that do not make the numbers roll. In the game of craps, there is no until you make the point. Now, I'm not going to start explaining to you, but you need to make the point. Once the point is made, which is the numbers 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, not 11, not 12, which is number 23, and not 2 or 3. One is completely barred because you need 2 dice. Otherwise, I'd like to just say it this way. Every cube is a heart. Now, according to my understanding, in order to live this game, we need 2 hearts in order to create that H. I don't know exactly how it works, but we need 2 hearts. These 2 hearts go upside down and they run inside each other. I like to call them the aortas. Why? Because I don't know what I'm talking about. And somebody might tell me what the aorta means. I won't have to look it up, and thank God I got extra memory. Sent it out there because they all work for the king. They let you off Sunday, Saturday, both ends of the stick. Saturday, the last day of the week. Everybody knows that. For all religions, for some reason, just said a different way. Samzi. But Sunday is the beginning of the week. They stuck the head and the tail together. Zimanche. So it's great. It's great. The Christian people, fantastic. You got 5 days of work, 2 days with the son, the mother, family. 2 days with the family, great. Except on Sunday, you're going to church. Because that's what the good Bible says. Don't forget, we're recreating life through how life was demanded by everybody. I want Jesus. Well, if you're doing Jesus, he has a book, he's got a role plan, he's going to explain it to you and tell you what it is. So you get Saturday by yourself. You're a Christian. We're no longer working. It's the old time. Saturday is off. Sunday is off. But Sunday, you got to be at church with your kids and your family for God. And Saturday, you can have for yourself with your kids and your wife and your family and play golf in the boat you use once a week. So that's for the Christians, right? And the Jews, wow. They come home early on Friday, right? They get a good Shabbos dinner. Then they go pray to God. The rest of Friday night into Saturday morning, they're having a good time staying with the family. Sunday, it's fantastic. But they want to play golf. They go, where are all the Christians? Well, they're all at church. Can't get a caddy today. 5 days and 2 days. Number 52. Man equals 28. Cat equals 24. 52. Heart equals 52. Earth equals 52. Man 6 equals to 652 for man's heart. Earth's heart. H-E-A-T-R-E, H-E-A-T-H. Did you know that in the word Russia, there is no H, but we R-U-S-H all the time? Did you know? I hear somebody knocking at my door. Is that possible? Hold on a second. No, it's not. So in Russia, hey, you don't go Russia, you go Zionist. You say the Zai, which is the long I, and then you say the Nist, ist. It's ist, Zai, ist, I-ist, I-ist, I-ist. What is I-ist? It's showing you that in Zionist, they're using both sounds of I, 2 different I's. But in Russia, you sort of hear the H because it's sh, like in ch and Chicago, and chi and she, right? In Sichi, in Anchi, Roku, San, Ichi, Ni. You don't even hear the A. But in Gaia, my you hear both of the A's and the secondary A that comes with the Y sound. Who is this nut? What's he doing on the internet? Why is he here? Why is he telling us this? Because someone out here is looking for something. We have one guy who's made the greatest discovery in the history of all man, looking for one piece right now. I guarantee you there is over 20 billion people that appeared before this one clue, yet even though in the 20 billion people, a good part of them, maybe some of them, maybe 3/4 of them, okay, for a very good chance, have never even heard what the question and what they were actually looking for in order to know. And I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking of. There's a missing link along creation between man and monkey. There's one link that's missing. That one question that will make someone's mind think for that one link that can link it, he will link for every single person that was waiting upon this man's question. How do we link? Everybody goes to school. We all learned that they need a link man. Nobody knows. Everybody forgot. And boom, one of you out there, because of one of my questions or one of your answers, will open up my eyes to say, boom, why does it link? Why? Because boom, what do you think? We were a crap shot, right? But there's only 6 sides to this dice and 6 sides to this dice. What would they have to do? Well, they just chop off maybe the eye of Horus in one of the corners here. So instead of having 8 corners, there's now 7 corners. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 3. The crown, the eye of Horus. Why plus 3? Because if this was Rubik's Cube, a corner has 3 sides, it has 3 colors. Green and orange, 49, 60, 109, and yellow, 92, 201. Blue, 40, and 60, 100, white, 65, 165. White, 65. Orange, 60, 125, 125. Where is that? We don't have the orange and white. This is 125. 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. And it does work because it's a place on the Rubik's Cube. This is the Mayan connection between orange and white. The green is 49, which creates the gateway. So you see this corner over here exists. The gateway is created by here, 4 times 9. 94 is the number in the count of Uranus, which has your anus, the sun, and 2 U's, 42, the 9 lives of the cat, 9 to 5. Why? Because FIVENINE equals to 42. But you can say, well, hey man, how many years are you doing this? And I go, 10. And you'll say, well, really and truthfully, I've been doing it 5 because I haven't been online for about 5 years, right? Only the last 5 years. I've been putting these thoughts together. And millions and millions of people have gone to school, and the psychiatrist says, what's the first thing you thought? Well, obviously, that's what you're going to say, because you were not saying anything else that you didn't think. You only said the first thing that you told them. That's the first thing you thought. So that's how I know this is the first thing I learned. And the importance of the first thing I learned is it's a number. But the reality is 1939 is the sky. DOT is number 39. The sky, the dot, is in Saturn. The moons run from Pluto over to Mars, the 9th planet and 4th planet. But Lo Shu, which is a number system, and also is related to, where's that calculator? They changed the number in the number system in which it's 1, 5, and 9. 1, 5, and 9. Between here and here is 4. Between here and here is 8. 4 and 8 is half. That's your X. 1, 5 is 1 with 3 numbers in between, with a number with 3 numbers in between. 1 with a number in between, with 1 with a number in between, with 1. 1010101. This one's 202. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 7, 3.75. Times 4 is 15. Times 4 is 60. Times 24 is the day. 540, 360. So what am I talking about? What's the question? Just showing you, whoop, almost lost that, almost fell on the floor. Then I would have to bend down because I pressed something too much because I wasn't concentrating or something like that. So I did the cubes, I did this, and we also know this number is on this side. Automatically, it has a reverse and it has 4 around. It has a reverse, it has a forward. This not one has a reverse and has 4 around. If it has 4 rounds and each one goes around once to its own while the other one's not going around, it's like your turn in tennis. We have 1 time around is 360. But through, what is the value of going through this? Right? If it's 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, this only counts for 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, boom. The next one is 10. The 10th one is also the first one, 101, connecting the next cube, unless there's a spacer in between the cubes. This is the cross of Christ. This is the interference. The spacer is that interference. It's also the lubricant to make everything turn. Or how do they put the avoidance inside of this? There's no spacer, it's within its own, unless the spacer's carved into each one of the chips. We cut one corner off. We only have 25. There's 26 here plus 1 in the center, and that's the spindle that helps everything do this, right? The one in the center is always in the center. This one here, no matter how many times you turn this, no matter how many times you turn this, this row here will always stay there. Always. Look, it's staying there, right? And even if I turn the middle row this way, it's still staying there, right? It's just going this way or this way. 360, 360, 360, 360, 360, 360. 108, 108, plus 1, 2, 3. The one turn itself. I don't know why that counts. It's 3 in 1 turn, 3 in 1 turn. Why? I'm going to show you. You see this here, the blue? Now watch it. You see the blue? This is 1 year. You live. You start here, you finish here, you saw the blue, right? Or you go around the racetrack. Here's the starting position in the racetrack. You start over here in the racetrack. It's 1.25 miles. You go all the way around, and you finish here. That's your 360. You remember the races you watch? On a mile track, they go once around, 360. But on a half-mile track, they go twice around, 720. And on a quarter-mile track, okay, they would go 4 times around, okay, and that would be 1,440, and that's what you would look at, quarter-mile track. Man is the quarter on the Canadian quarter. There's an ording yab, either a moose or a deer. So you start here. So there you go, 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. You remember we started with this, right? This is 4. We went 4 times around. I didn't see it here. See, it starts here. Count it as 1. Count this as 2. Do we have 2 blues on the same one? Yeah. I got to do it without 2 blues on the same one. Okay, I'm going to try with green. Here's 1. No good either. I seem to be running with the 2. Anyways, just let's say the 2 oranges and the blue. Okay, this is 1. Okay, this is 2 because it was 2 oranges. This is 3. That's it. This is 4. Oh my God, we already saw this one. So it's always going to be 3 plus the one you began. Since there is 4 sides, okay, it'll be starting on this side. Do not count it, count 1. Do not count it, count 2. Do not count it, count 3. Do not count it, count 4. Do not count it and count it 4. This gets 0 and 4 because you didn't count it the first time, equaling to 5. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. You know what's so funny? Is I see everything around me that, and I like it. I like it. And I like putting out the videos. I mean, I like doing the thing. I like looking for the information. I find that something's missing, and it's mostly missing. The less I find, the more I want somebody to ask me questions. And then if I'm finding too much and somebody asks me questions, I can't get both jobs done. But I think it's more important for me to affirm something you ask me, okay, than to affirm something I'm doing. Because what you ask, if you can share it, you can pick up, like working for the king, and you can pick up all those extra people to confirm around us so we can build something that we can find that one missing piece in creation. So you see, the kings of this world are giving us 2 days off so we can go to church and donate our money to everything that's going wrong. But yet our kids and our family, it's for supper, for dinner, for rush, 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 rush. We're always rushing. The H and the I in the word Russia does not even have a sound. The 8th and the 9th letter does not exist anymore to Russia. Russia doubles up on the R letter. They turn things around and inside out. But the H and I, 8 and 9, is now gone. Because most likely, you do not have to announce the heaven. You do not even need the H. Where the French announce the heaven and they use the silent H and HAT for hat, they go at you instead of hat you. But the Russians absolutely, for Chaldean, in order to work and be one of the oldest, the heaven of the lower world must stand in a place that does not even use its father's name, H, and does not pronounce the sun inside its word I in the word Russia. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for letting me filtrate.